How you all doing? Okay, so previously before we were checking out the new e-bike laws, scooter laws, and we were supposed to have an update way back on the 17th of April. Today is currently the 13th. So, not April, just to be clear, right? And there's been a big update. Now, this big update is crucial because they're mentioning things like life sentences if you're caught riding the wrong bike. This is around dangerous cycling laws UK. As of April 2026, things have changed. Now, previously before, we were checking out for the Parliament pages to see what the bills were, and nothing hasn't changed. And within that time and motion, things did change but weren't made publicly. Now, we're going to head over to Google and get straight into this. But before we do actually head over to Google, I want you guys to take something in quickly.
It's about stopping the sale of illegal e-bikes and the kits that turn ordinary, everyday pedal bikes into illegal monster bikes. Their speed and lack of traceability makes them the perfect accomplice in robbery, phone theft, and drug dealing. Our local neighbourhood police teams have done a good job seizing and crushing these illegal machines.
That's not actually quite true, because if we head over here, I managed to find a lot of these bikes that are being seized. Off-road bikes too, and they're being resold. So if you see here, what's this? Doesn't start, no keys. It's currently up for bid at £820. There's a moped. Oh look, another off-road bike. Another, I'll say 125 maybe here. Another Honda. Oh look, another off-road bike, and this one's going for £1,120 on a bid. Same again, 1,260. This one looks quite nice actually with the red, I'm not going to lie. Bam, £1,000. 250cc, 140. That's decent, I'm not going to lie. So yeah. And there's so many more of these bikes that are being seized, but they're not actually being destroyed. Now, as we come over here for the new actual laws from April, and they slip these into play without anyone actually realizing what they were trying to do, I'm just going to let them read out the key new things that have been put in. And this is underneath the Crime and Policing Act.
Key aspects of the new and existing law as of 2026. Causing death by dangerous cycling. Introduced to penalize fatal incidents caused by dangerously unsafe cycling, with potential life sentences. Causing serious injury by dangerous cycling. New offense carrying a maximum 5-year prison sentence. Dangerous cycling, existing law. Riding in a manner that is far below the standard of a competent and careful cyclist, max £2,500 fine. Careless cycling, existing law. Riding without due care and attention or reasonable consideration for other road users, max £1,000 fine. Wanton and furious driving, older legislation, 1861, often used for causing bodily harm, with a maximum 2-year prison sentence. Cycling under the influence. It is an offense to ride a bike on a road or public place while unfit through drink or drugs. Max £1,000 fine.
Now, we just heard that cyclists can get a minimal, I think it was 5 years in prison. And that's for dangerous cycling. So if you was to hurt someone while riding your bike, i.e. cycling a normal, regular bicycle, or you're using an e-bike and you hurt someone, you're looking at a 5-year sentence. Plus, on top of that, you definitely will receive the £250 fine, etc. You'll probably end up with the points, no insurance, so that would be another £450 fine on top. And then it continues to go on. There's another one here that can get you a 2-year sentence in jail. And this is the funny thing. When I mentioned it to you lot before about dangerous driving for e-bikes, bicycles, everyone was laughing. But now this is from the Gov page. This is information that's sourced. So there's no going back. And the craziest thing is about this, when it comes down to the actual bill, okay, for the second reading, we didn't actually get the second reading. It was meant to happen on the 17th of April, but instead what they done was they just change the law or the act quickly as possible so that they could now raise sentencing towards the select few, in other words. But obviously, if you did actually kill someone with an e-bike, then I'm not being funny, but you deserve the sentencing that you're getting. Let's be real. But yeah, for the new information that was provided on here, it was updated on the 1st of May, and we're still waiting for the second reading to take place. So the date hasn't been announced as yet. And it's the same thing with electric scooters, if you're wondering. Apart from this was updated on the 17th when it was actually meant to take place, and since then we've had no further news in general. Funny enough, actually, it was meant to take place on the 8th of May and it never did. Now the update after that told us date to be announced. But obviously we know that Parliament's closed at the time being due to people voting and everything. Yeah, I guess that's the best of what it is. But where does that leave you as a cyclist? And what should you be concerned about? Well, for one, if you're someone that's riding a regular e-bike and your brakes work, because bear in mind there's a few other things that you have to keep in mind. You actually must have front light, rear light at night. 2 independent braking system are required. Cycling on the pavement is a no-go, and cyclists must obey traffic lights, including red lights. So yeah, that's information. In the last 4 things, I would say are things that we should have all been aware of in the very first place, especially stopping at traffic lights. And let's not forget, you should be wearing a helmet, because if you do get hit by a car, you don't want to have that headache afterwards. But I guess everyone's going to have their opinion. Leave it in the comments. Quite a few of you probably already are. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the update, you know. I think at this point, we're basically cooked. And this is mainly the reason why a lot of this is happening. When you look at these e-bikes that are being seized already from serious high speeds, from stealing phones all across the UK, we've even got down to illegal e-bikes working in the gig economy. So, and we can see that because of videos like this that are provided to us by the police. And this is actually in the West Midlands. Right? Now, you see how you go to ride off from these police officers here and try to escape? I'm pretty sure that would be classified as possibly this one here. Riding, no, that's riding under influence. This one here, which was actually from 1861, which is crazy because that can get you 2 years in jail now. So yeah, and if it's not that one, it's one of these ones where they'll just give you the careless cycling and you'll end up with the £1,000 fine as well. So I suggest you be careful. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I am going to keep an update on Parliament to see what does happen and what other information is provided over the near future. For electric scooters, we're already seeing electric scooters out in the city for Lime, but as of for private electric scooters, we don't actually have an update like I showed you guys earlier on, so we're waiting for that to be announced. So until then, thank you for watching. Peace.